We make it look big.
8:18 on your Monday morning. Time for the catch-up on the hottest pop culture stories.
And we have Bonnie Fuller, editor-in-chief of HollywoodLife.com here.
Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
You're lamenting that it was a crazy weekend. Justin Bieber now in trouble for how he unwinds.
Well, yeah, I know. You can't keep these celebrities quiet. Well, there were pictures out on TMZ this weekend of Justin Bieber in a hotel room, and he was holding a very suspicious cigarette. And there's been no denial, lots of speculation that, of course, it wasn't just a cigarette, and there's been no denial from his camp. And Bieber kind of went on the offensive. He took to Twitter and he just said, hey, looking forward to 2013. Lots of doubters, but, you know, I'm here for you.
So do you think this is going to hurt his image? And also, to follow up, how are his fans reacting to the news?
The fan reaction has been mixed. Listen, mostly it's supportive. His fans love him. And so some of them don't want to believe it and are saying that the pictures are doctored. Others are saying, LOL, you know, who cares? But I think he's got to worry more about the parents. Because a lot of times with Justin, it's the parents that bring his fans to the concerts.
Right, they pay for the tickets.
Yeah,
yeah.
Exactly.
Well, Josh Brolin, not setting a good example for anybody on New Year's. Talk about, you know, how bad a shape he was in.
Well, apparently, I guess his New Year's Eve lasted all day, because this was on January 1st, kind of late in the day, that he was pulled over for a DUI. And now, the police held him for a few hours, but then released him. He paid, I think, $250 fine. And, you know, if he keeps out of trouble, he'll be okay. Maybe he was celebrating because he's got a big movie premiere tonight, Gangster Squad. Yeah, in L.A., so an early celebration.
You don't think it'll affect that?
Yeah. Like, where were his friends with him just out there, like...
I know, this is always the big question. Yeah. Like, why, when they're drinking in L.A., don't people just get a taxi, get a driver?
Yes, of course. They have the money for it. Why don't they do that?
I just don't know. It's, you know, it's just not an L.A. tradition, I guess, to go out and put your hand up. But they need to.
Well, do you think it's going to affect Gangster Squad, the movie? Because, I mean, it's coming out now. He's got to talk to reporters.
He does. I think he's going to be walking down that red carpet very quickly tonight.
As long as he doesn't stumble down the red carpet.
That's a very good point.
So Kim Kardashian and Kanye West, I just found out they're having a baby, but she's not divorced yet.
Yes. Now, this is something I bet they never thought about. Apparently, they the wonderful deed happened when they were on a romantic vacation in Rome. She's about 3 months pregnant, and at Hollywood Life, we actually hear that they're having a girl, which would be very exciting. But she's still legally married to Kris Humphries. And the thing is that when you're married to somebody and you have a baby, and she's not going to be divorced from him by June when the baby is due, then he will be legally presumed to be the daddy.
Oh, what a mess.
It's a real mess. And so we've talked to legal experts, and Kanye and Kim are going to have to take some preemptive action. They're really going to have to go and first of all, get a DNA test right away on the baby, and also file a petition for paternity saying that Kanye is the dad.
Oh, my goodness.
So how mad is Kim about this?
Oh, I mean, Kim, she's just furious. I mean, she just feels, Kim feels like she gave 100% to the marriage. It didn't work out. And so she doesn't understand why Kris is insisting on an annulment. I mean, that's the thing. He wants an annulment because he believes that it wasn't a real marriage. So they've got very opposing views on this. And in order to get the divorce, they're going to have to go to court.
Oh, that's going to be messy, though. I bet she and Kris Jenner are not very happy about that whole situation.
Oh, no, not at all. And the thing is that they can't go to court until he finishes his basketball season, which is in June.
Oh, my God.
And she's due in June. So, yes, messy. They'll be getting that. They'll be heading for the paternity test.
Well, now let's move on to another couple. Now, Robert Pattinson and Kristen Stewart, they've kind of rebuilt their relationship very quietly recently. So what are you hearing about them moving in together?
Well, they were living, so they were living together before the infamous affair incident. Subsequent to that, she got her own place. But now we hear that they're looking for a new home in London close to where his parents live, which would be really lovely. And if they do buy a home together, then it'll be their first official home together that they've bought together.
We heard a lot about her really putting in the legwork with his sisters and his family. So maybe that side is kind of situated. But what do fans think? Do they like this?
Oh, they love it. They do love that Rob and Kristen are back together and that they've worked it out. I mean, it's a really good example. On one hand, that Robert could forgive her and that they could rebuild their relationship, that they could get over this, and that she worked so hard to prove that she loved him and that it was a really terrible mistake. They were out on New Year's Eve together in London at a Mexican restaurant celebrating. And what the fans love about them so much, aside from the fact they were in Breaking Dawn, is that they're always so fan-friendly. And so sure enough, there's pictures of them out on New Year's Eve, and they're with their fans at the restaurant. I mean, fans took pictures with them. They never say no. You know, there's some celebrities, you go over to them at a restaurant and they're like, no, I'm eating. Rob and Kristen, never. Well, always fan-friendly.
After such a big scandal, too, it's surprising that they would still remain that way.
Yeah.
So, you know,
maybe
I bet that...
this will be the year when she actually smiles.
Oh, you know, one can
might
It
smile.
doesn't sound like her to be so, like, welcoming. And
oh, she
nice
is.
to
Yeah.
fans.
No, she really is. She's really known for it. Very warm to her fans. The thing is that I don't think that she's unfriendly. I mean, what she has said is that she's just nervous.
I think she's awkward.
She's awkward.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
No,
maybe
she's
things are
young.
turning
It's
around
nice
now.
Yeah.
Bonnie Fuller from HollywoodLife.com. Thank you so much for joining us on the couch and giving us the scoop. We appreciate it. Thank you.